Yeah, it was at this moment I knew I wasn't going to make pro. Or at least I thought. If you remember in the first episode of this series, I said that we could not have a bad week because we had to burn our drop week for a vacation and we had to miss Williams Grove. Well, here, let's just go back to it. And also, this is a 6-week series, but the reason it's a 5-part series is because I have to miss a race. I have to use my drop week. Hello everybody, how's it going? My name is Cody Sieber, driver of the 357 Max Group Dirt Late model, and this is the crazy story on how I made pro. It all started with a very poor qualifying effort. I would say poor, but I was really like not even a tenth off. We were in second split, and like times were so tight, and I just missed the line just by a little, which caused me to start, I think, 7th or something like that in my heat. Don't quote me. But it was at the very beginning here, right here, as you all see. The start was completely and utterly up. Outside pole fires, a couple cars in front of me fire, and the leader doesn't fire. So the start is completely messed up. And I'm kind of staying back because I can't afford a black. And with me hanging back and everything, it makes us 3 wide for 2 laps. And as you can see here, I get hooked, get hit from the left side, car doesn't go down far enough, and into the wall I go. Not transferring from my heat, causing me to start in the rear of my consi, and the track is not worn enough. All these guys are fast, we're in second split, and of course, I do not advance. I do not make the feature. And I did have a live recording of this, but I was very irate. I mean, I was cussing, mad, and it's just a whole lot of editing that I would have to do to get it out. But, as y'all can see, do not advance from the consi. So, I'm sitting here looking at the points. I am sitting 24th in points. And there were rumors going on that they dropped 3 drivers. Then there was rumor going on that they dropped 4 drivers, and they dropped 5 drivers. All these rumors going on. Former pros not returning to the series, former pros getting kicked out of the series, people were getting banned and everything. So my goal was to stay in the top 20 because I knew these rumors were going around, and I didn't want to have any part of being on that bubble. I knew missing Williams Grove, having to use my drop would hurt me, and it hurt me more than I thought it would. Williams Grove, I had a very good set. Me and the team, we had a very good set made and built for Williams Grove. A buddy of mine, he qualified, I think 4th or something like that, ran good, finished 8th in second split, and he ended up making the Pro Series as well, but he also had a very, very bad week, our last week. But in all, I got the email from Tyler Hudson, and to be honest with you, I didn't believe it. I had to read it 4 or 5 times, and I hate that I had to be like that, one of those 4 or 5 lucky guys, but at the same time, when something happens that is completely out of your control, as in like a scheduled vacation 7-8 months before Pro Series was even announced, and the racing incident where I got hooked and everything, I was just minding my own business on the low side, and it just so happens that they make contact and come down and get into me, and no hard feelings towards anybody. That's just part of it. But to get that email and to know that I was able to be consistent enough to make Pro Series was just, it was unbelievable for me. I kind of stressing a little bit because, you never know until it's completely over with. I stared at the points, I don't know how many times, probably 30-40 times between Monday night and when I got the email, and just beating myself up because if I would have just qualified better, Like literally, if I would have qualified a quarter of a tenth, you know, two 100s, three 100s better, I would have been in the front, you know, 2 rows with my heat, and I wouldn't have to deal with any of that mess. But you can call it luck, you could call it fate, you can call it whatever. You know, it could have been my late uncle, the reason I run the number 357 looking over me. Call it what you want, but I made pro. Honestly blessed, happy. Me and Travis, we were 2 of the people from our team that made it. Drew unfortunately barely missed it by I think 2 or 3 spots, and Brandon, he had a bad run at it, and unfortunately so did Jamie. And you know, it's just, you know, everything has to go your way to make this. And I'm by no means the fastest on the sim. I'm not no Blake Majula, Dylan Hauser, Evan C, Tucker, Hayden Cardwell. I'm not any of those guys. But for me to prove that I belong here makes me feel pretty good. I always wanted to make the Pro Series because, you know, when I first really started it, they just finished up the 2020 series, or right before I started, they were doing the 2020 series, and it was just amazing to watch those guys race real hard and everything. It's like, man, I wish I can get up there and do that. And for me to be able to do that in the 2022 season is a feat that I didn't think was possible a year ago, 2 years ago. But fortunately, the good Lord willing, we'll put on a good show. We'll get that black license, and I'm just excited to give you guys some more content. I do plan on starting streaming a little bit more often. It's just making these Pro Series races is going to be very, very hard. They only take 20 to the feature. And as y'all know, to make pro, you have to be one of the best. And just I gotta keep driving and keep getting better. And we will we'll put on a pretty good show for iRacing and everybody. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video if you liked it. I thank y'all for all the support and all the messages and everything, because I was getting a lot of messages saying, oh dude, you're in. And I was like, I don't know, man, I'm not top 20. So, you know, it was a very roller coaster and emotional ride, I guess to say the least. I was furious, upset, you know, call it what you want, whenever I got wrecked, and I thought for sure that I wasn't gonna make it. But that's all I have for you guys. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for sticking around for this series. If you watched all of them, we're going to give it a shot. We're gonna give it the best shot we got, and keep driving, keep going. Yeah, that's all I have for you guys. See you on the next one. Peace out.